Don't stick to one thought. Kind of recognize the thought came and just kind of let it pass by. If another one comes, recognize it. Don't dwell on it and just kind of let it wander away. When you're ready, gently lift your gaze and start to notice how your body feels now. Notice your emotions now. Notice how your body is now. Is it tenser? Is it less tense? Are your hands in a different spot? Are your legs more comfortable? And just kind of act like this for a little bit. Just kind of let your mind wander for a couple minutes. Okay, you guys can go back to normal now. So, how do you guys feel right now? Any volunteers? Anybody? You okay?
Anxious.
You feel tired? Did I put you to sleep? Yes? It's alright, it happens. Is anyone angry or anyone have like a specific thought process? Can anyone match their feeling to like a color? For example, you feel angry, maybe you feel red, or maybe you feel yellow. You feel yellow?
Yeah.
Can you explain that in a little more detail?
When I was like staying calm and stuff, and I was like letting my thoughts pass and go, I was just like attracted to this color.
Okay, that's interesting. You had your hand up?
I'm feeling like baby blue.
Baby blue?
Yeah.
What brought that feeling about?
Just relaxed. And like, if I'm getting relaxed, it's
Okay, cool. Okay.
I was thinking about like my current job, and then I like thought about my previous job, and then I thought about how much I hated my current job, but then it's better than my previous job, so it was like better. I had like a better kind of like. It was just like a comparative kind of thing, and I like felt better about it, about the place that I'm at.
Well, you know, we have 30-minute sessions once a week if you want to. So what was the color that matched with that?
I don't know. I didn't see color. I saw light.
You just saw the feeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
So recognizing our feelings like this helps us to realize that our emotions are smaller than we are, and it gives us the ability to step back from those emotions and take control of them.
This week pretty much kind of just did. As you look at your emotions, you can say things like, it feels okay, let me feel this, like you like the feeling. Embrace the emotion instead of trying to push it aside. When we avoid our emotions, we get sucked into a cycle of unpleasant feelings and guilt. Like we constantly get anxious, we make ourselves more anxious, like they said in the video, because we keep dwelling on that one thought, so it just keeps popping up, it makes us feel worse. Labeling thoughts as thoughts can be helpful as well. When you notice yourself thinking, say the word thinking quietly to yourself. There you go. Our thoughts often lie to us, and we will become more empowered by choosing not to automatically believe them.
Okay, so now we're going to do another activity with some chocolate. So we're going to pass around some little Hershey's eggs, and we're going to try this activity.
Do not eat the chocolate yet.
Yeah, just if you want, you can unwrap it and just hold it in your hand, but don't eat it yet.
Te comiste.
Everyone got one in the bag?
Nobody eat. Wait, is anybody allergic to chocolate or anything? No, man. Okay.
No, everyone got one? Right? Okay. Chocolate. I always hated it.
Okay, so hold the chocolate gently or have it nearby so it doesn't melt. And sit comfortably again, make sure your body is as relaxed as possible. Now, start to notice all the sounds in the room, any sounds outside, just all the sounds. Just pay attention to it. Now, start to focus on your breath and become aware of what it feels like to be sitting here right now. Now, bring your attention to the chocolate. Notice the weight, the texture. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it soft? Is it hard? Notice any urges you have to eat it, but bring your attention back to the sensation of the chocolate. Now look at the chocolate and notice its shape and color. Okay, now slowly bring the chocolate to your nose and smell it. So notice when the scent first hits your senses and take a moment to appreciate the aroma. So the urge to eat the chocolate is probably getting even stronger, but don't give into it. Just enjoy this feeling of sitting comfortably and just take in the smell of the chocolate right now. So once you become aware of the feeling and the smell of the chocolate, bring it to your mouth and take a very small bite. Don't eat the whole thing.
Small bite, guys.
So what is the first taste of the chocolate like for you guys? Bitter. Does it taste any different to you? Are there any unexpected flavors or sensations that you felt when you ate it? Yeah.
Well, because I was concentrating on it so much, I could taste this more than the pink gum that was just in my mouth.
For some reason, it reminded me of my childhood. For some reason.
Very interesting. So pretty much like becoming more aware of the chocolate and like focusing on it, it should make the chocolate taste a little different to you, maybe even a little better, and resisting the urge to eat it too, to make it taste a little better once you get it. So now you guys can put the rest of the chocolate in your mouth and enjoy it. But hold the chocolate in your mouth for as long as possible and let it melt. Take in all the flavors. Alright, once the chocolate is all gone, bring your attention back to your senses and notice if you still taste the chocolate. Once you're done, just bring your attention back to your breath and your feelings. Do you guys feel any different from before you started focusing on the chocolate? Yeah.
I actually have the opposite reaction. I don't even want the chocolate anymore. I was just like, you don't want it, okay, I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I couldn't eat it, because once you told me to focus on the chocolate and not eating it, I was like, well, that's it, I'm not eating this.
Anybody else? Okay, now these are just some ways to practice mindfulness in your everyday life. Questions?
So, once in a while, practice mindful breathing. That's very important. Purposefully watch your breath, focusing on your senses, on its pathway as it enters your body and fills you with life. Then watch it work its way up and out of your mouth. Practice mindful observation. Choose a natural object from within your environment and focus on watching it for a minute or two. It could be a flower, an insect, the clouds. Yeah, cloud gazing. Yeah, that's also like really relaxing as well. Don't do anything except notice the thing you're looking at. Focus your attention on that one simple object, and then let your attention and your focus like grasp it. Look at it as if you're seeing it for the first time. Allow yourself to connect with its energy and think about its purpose in the natural world. Practicing mindfulness in your everyday life. So overall, what we want you to do is just practice moving meditation, moving mindfulness. Be aware of your surroundings. So Every day, notice 5 things that would usually go unappreciated. They could be objects or people. Use a notepad or book and check off 5 by the end of the day. So, example, my clothes keep me warm. My ears allow me to hear the birds sing. Or I notice a very courteous act. I held the door for somebody. Stuff like that. Think about what your life would be like if you didn't have these things. Once you identify these things, make it your duty to find out everything you can about their purpose in order to truly appreciate the way they support your life.
So can anybody think of some things right now, like little things that they're grateful for, even just today?
My back.
I'm actually grateful for this workshop because at my internship we usually do mindfulness with the kids, and I usually get to do it as well. But today there was an escalation issue that we had to deal with, so I didn't have the time to do it. So I'm glad I got to do it here.
Glad we got to do that. Anybody else?
On my backpack, I'm not usually home. I go back and forth between 2 places. So that backpack has everything in my life that I need. So it's great.
Anybody else? Any other?
I think everyone's also grateful for the free pizza. Good job with that.
So practicing mindfulness in your everyday life. In doing these things, we develop a conscious mindset that frees us from the imprisonment of unhelpful, self-limiting thought patterns and enables us to be fully present and to focus on positive emotions that increase compassion and understanding in ourselves and others. So like the person in the video, if you just take 10 minutes out of your day. I remember before last semester, during my train ride, I used to just just close my eyes and just breathe in and breathe out and really focus on that. Because I know when I come here, I'm really stressed out. I really want to think about class. So I had that moment to my time to really be conscious and really be aware. And then once I came here, I'll be prepared to take on the regular day that I had ahead of me. So make sure that you're, and also too, I was more compassionate, I was more helping for others. So just being mindful you're around them, mindful of who you are yourself. Because I think our destiny or purpose of life is just to really realize who we are in this world, and then what were we created for in the first place. So being mindful and all that is really going to help you in the future and overall.
And these are references. So now we're just going to have some time. Do you guys want to tell us how you felt doing this? Do you want to, some things you're going to do in your everyday life now? Has it changed anything for you?
Any questions?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I've subconsciously have done stuff like this without realizing it, but made me realize that throughout my entire career of college, I would just be as soon as I got home, it would just be you have to do your homework, you have to do this, that, and the other thing. And I this semester I realized I really don't have to stress myself to get everything done immediately. So when I get home now, I don't just go to do homework. I just take some time, relax, eat, do things to calm myself down, then I can do work and it actually benefits myself.
Anybody else?
No questions?
Just a comment. So I get a lot of headaches, lots of headaches, and they usually escalate into migraines, where I get nausea and everything that comes after that. So I guess it would also be a question, would you say that doing some kind of mindfulness exercise, even if it's just 10 minutes, would that help people like me who seem to live a life of headaches and migraines?
You could definitely use it to kind of ease the pain a little bit. Have you ever heard of something called mind over matter?
Mm-hmm.
So it's an awareness technique where you become aware of your pain. So it might seem a little counterproductive, but you become more aware of it, you feel it, you understand that you have it, but you can kind of take control of it and pretty much say okay, I have this pain, but I have more power than my pain. You know what I mean? So once you focus on it and relax, breathe, focus on your breathing, it could help to kind of relieve the pain. It's not going to get rid of it, it's not like a cure, but it can help to alleviate like the stress that you might feel from having that pain, and kind of give you the power to like, you know, overpower the pain, I guess.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, to that point, I get a lot of headaches too. I think just mindfulness can be useful, or just exercise. I feel a lot of times I would get a headache, but when I exercise, it would kind of like go away actually. So that might exercise in a combination with mindfulness, or like mind over matter, what you were saying, I think it might be a bit of great.
Can it help like anger? Like, I guess like I've always been kind of a hothead. So like, I know like they say count to 10, but like that sometimes that doesn't help. So like, can this help with that?
Definitely, because it gives you the ability to like recognize that you have these feelings, and instead of denying them and saying, oh, I shouldn't be feeling angry right now, or like, why am I feeling angry? Instead of like judging yourself for those feelings, instead you accept the fact that you have those feelings, but you don't let them overpower you. You take control of them, you recognize that you have them, and you become more accepting. You're okay with it. So being more aware of when you're getting these feelings and what kind of things trigger these feelings can help to alleviate the stress that comes with, you know, emotions and feelings and all that stuff. So.
I just want to piggyback off that, because I went through the same exact thing, like always been a hothead, and being aware of it, like being aware of what really gets you like angry, and like knowing that either it's not that serious or the situation will de-escalate and it doesn't have to go any further, like knowing about that really does help.
So just having like an overall awareness in your life for even the little things, like being, like we said, like just find things that you're grateful for, even if it's something small, like the birds singing, you know? Doing little things like that in your everyday life can help you with the big picture, and you can start thinking like, okay, well, I'm grateful for these little things, so the bigger things in your life have a lot more weight, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and I would just like to add something. Like, I know on my trade ride home, when I'm going home from work, like I usually write in my gratitude journal, and that's kind of like my mindfulness meditation. So it doesn't really have to be you just sitting down and breathing and just focusing on your like a thought. This like principle of mindfulness could be added into any facet of your life. So say if you're going to the gym and you like feel exhausted, you can like you utilize all your resources and just like pay attention to that one last set that you need. Or say like if you're here in school and then you have this like paper that's due tomorrow, and then you procrastinated all 2 weeks, like all past 2 weeks, you could really like zone in and really enhance your focus. So mindfulness meditation doesn't really have to be just breathing and just like being aware. It's more about, we're trying to emphasize like the acceptance and the awareness of that technique. So more like being focused and aware and being focused on who you are, and then like helping that like aid you in any facet of your life. So that's what we're kind of trying to stress over here.
it's not about changing yourself, it's about accepting yourself for who you are, and not judging yourself, and also not judging other people too.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's it. Thank you guys. Thank you.